table you have a little packet like this. I'm going to read you guys a story. And we're story time. And then you guys are going to diagram the causes that lead to the tragic outcome of this story. Okay? And what? Stay where you are. Okay? So, the straw that broke the camel's back. Once upon a time, there was a camel called Alphonse. For various reasons relating to an unfortunate accident during his birth, the camel had severe back problems. This was not the end of his misfortune, however, because he had an evil, exploitative owner called Frank. Frank hated camels ever since a nasty incident in his childhood involving a camel's hoof and a rear end. He was very bitter and never trusted camels since. Frank regularly overloaded his camels prior to taking them on grueling and totally unnecessary round trips up and down mountains on his way to deliver goods to customers. These customers, shockingly, were completely indifferent to these frequent and gross violations of rights of camels, and found Frank and his antics at least vaguely endearing. To top it all off, Alphonse was sometimes his own worst enemy. Camels are very proud creatures, and he would act tough in front of his camel friends. And on his rare breaks, he would show off how much he could carry. Plenty of camels had died of doing similar work to Alphonse and his friends. After a particularly costly few weeks when the camels were kneeling over, left and right and center, camels decided to form a trade union to defend their rights and protect them from the evil owners. However, when it comes down to it, camels are selfish creatures who don't trust each other. They were worried about looking after themselves than about working together. And the trade union fizzled. Well, on one Friday, Frank just finished loading up Alphonse and his poor exploited fellow creatures for yet another grueling adventure up the mountains. He had piled and piled the goods up onto Alphonse's back and was taking a break and reflecting smugly on his handiwork, chewing a straw. On a whim, he decided to add the bedraggled straw he had been chewing to Alphonse's load. Alphonse groaned obligingly. He eyed his owner with disgust. He was not like Frank. He keeled over and died of radical and irreversible back collapse. Poor Alphonse. Okay, so what I want you to do in 2 minutes, let's see if we can do it. These are all the causes that led to Alphonse's death. I want you to get this. This is Alphonse. Oh, so happy. Okay. I want you guys to diagram the long-term causes that led to his death and the short-term causes. What do you think the long-term causes were? And the short-term causes. And pick the 2 causes that you think were most important in leading to his death.
But this is just one event.
I know. You got it? Did you pick the 2 that you think are most important? There's no strong term. Okay. Show me like. Good job, guys. So, did you find this hard at all? Is it hard? Do you think what about figuring the two most important? Maybe that was easy for you? A lot of you guys had similar ones. This is what I diagrammed. I didn't do the my top two, but these are the long term and these are the short term. So I only had two short term in mind. And then I categorized, these made the problem worse because the problem was already there, but that people were totally indifferent. On rare breaks, Alphonse would show off. Camels are selfish. These made all their problems worse. These created the problems. Alphonse had severe back problems. His owner, Frank, wasn't a very nice guy because he had a bad experience. Okay? So this is you guys reasoning between what? An event. What was the event? Alphonse's death. And trying to figure out why it happened. Long term versus short term versus what you think is the most important. Now we're going to do this with, what do you think? Between World War II, what lists these causes? So these are all kind of the causes that you guys have been learning about over the last 3 days. Okay? So there's more, but I want you guys to do this to the best of your ability. Yeah, clear off if you can. Just push these aside. Make room so you guys have, spread them apart. Increase the nationality. Oh. Yeah. So this is what I want you guys to look for. Long term, short term. What caused the problem? What made it worse? And this time you can choose 3 to 4.
I had a date. British policy on peacemen where like they go off to Germany. Very good question. Oh, it was right. I remember you have to look into the line. Formation of the Axis Alliance in 1930. Germany and weren't added to the military alliance. They weren't happy with the peace. The rise of the Nazi Party in Germany thanks a lot.
No, long term is it creates a problem that over time their end result. So like the end of the problem is there's many different problems. Harshness, you want to figure out. It's a great session. Failure of the law are the things that really don't know. In the short term, what happened after this? No, I already underlined. Short term is like what happened. All of this. No, 3 to 4. Mark this one.
No!
Yes.
This one is better.
No. Either way, that was long term. You guys mark which one you think are most mark it with a little star.
That's not the right one.
Okay, if you are done, make sure, I want you to make sure that you mark with a pen somehow the 3 to 4 that you think are most important. And if you finish, now I want you to get up and look at what your other classmates have done. Alright? There's no really, well, we're going to go over it, but but you know, you're going to see some differences maybe in what you think is long-term versus short-term versus what you think is most important. Alright? So we're seeing the complexity here in the causes of this war. There's a lot of things going on. Okay? So get up and look around. Go with your other classmates.
Oh yeah. No, where is it?
What if it's a